welcome to yet another edition of Cool Talks. This is a series of podcasts that we run in prelude to our special program called REFCOLD 25, which is the largest expo conference in this part of the world. And we are happy to have a leading industrialist and a visionary man into the world of cold chain, Mr. Dushan Perera from ICEMAN Technologies, Sri Lanka. For people who know him and for people who don't know him, let me introduce. He is an enigma. He's a great force in the island nation of Sri Lanka and all island nations around it. And his vision to the cold chain is something you really have to meet and understand the vibrancy and the vision that he has. Mr. Perera, we are very, very happy to have you here on this talk, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me, Mr. Gupta. It's an honor to join you in this interview.
Thank you, sir. I think my one question, obviously, which is very, very important to understand, is because we see Sri Lanka as a great gateway towards all technologies that are happening. It's a great country. It's a very, very nice, vibrant country. But when you talk of market opportunities in terms of cold chain, how do you see Sri Lanka market right now, and maybe another 2 years from right now?
ICEMAN company started about 30 years ago, 29 and a half years ago. We have seen a continuous growth over the last 29 years. But if you take the next 2 years, as you questioned, that will be a lot more than the last few years. If I say last 10 years, it will be a lot more than the last 10 years with the current economic conditions, political stability, and the relationships we are building with the neighboring countries.
Wow, that's exciting. I think it's very similar. Even in India, we see a lot of vibrancy. In the last couple of, I would not even say couple. It's like last 1 or 2 years, and the projections. People are talking. We have one of the government verticals which is talking about almost like 10,000 solar cold storages pan India. So these are the kind of numbers that keep confusing. So I'm sure it's the equal excitement in Sri Lanka.
It is, yeah. We are highly excited, but you must remember it's a lot smaller, miniature compared to Indian market.
No, I don't say miniature because there is one vertical that really troubles me, is that we still have not reached those hyper and supermarket convenience stores, which Sri Lanka is very, very far ahead on.
We do. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's something we need to learn from you, and there is something that we can transfer from whatever we have learned here in India. So it's a mutual two-way process.
Yeah, the supermarket, the middle class is growing heavily, I would say, and why I mentioned it's a very miniature market is we are only 24 million people and you're 1.4 billion people. So the area of service of India, and that's what I compared, area of service of Sri Lanka.
No, but that brings to a very interesting question that I actually have, and I always feel that Sri Lanka is not only Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is like a gateway to other island nations in the very, very close vicinity of Sri Lanka, and I know your footprint goes all the way to Australia and New Zealand. So how do you see that as a market size or opportunity in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, we have a very efficient port system and a customs system where it is easy to import as well as export. We also have a lot of encouragement for light assembly and re-export. So all these government encouragements with tax benefits and faster customs clearance and all that helps to the export market. But the challenge we have right now is skilled labor. we are running short of skilled labor at the moment because of the demand is high.
So demand is high is a very good line to probably start. My next question is, I really would like to understand, do you see that there are, how do you see India, in terms of augmenting whatever Sri Lanka market needs, whatever Sri Lanka market caters to in terms of refrigeration? Do you see India as a possible partner, or you see the products that are coming from India are like good? How do you see the synergies?
Well, mixed feelings. We have some very good quality we buy from India at the moment, manufactured in India, in Chennai, in Chakan, and in many other places. But we also bring down samples and test, and then only we bring large quantities, because some are not so good in quality. But I have seen over the last 10-12 years, quality is improving substantially in Indian products. We are getting there.
I also heard sometime that you were also looking at establishing some manufacturing facility in India. Is that also a way of process going forward?
Yes. We have started building a factory in Hyderabad, and we plan to open in August, end of July or early August, and start manufacturing refrigerator truck bodies.
Wow, that's exciting. That's very exciting. I would like to, inform you that we have some parallel associate societies visiting during the 3 days of REFCOLD, which are on 18th, 19th, and 20th of September. And one of the verticals that they are going to focus is, reefer trucking. So I think it's going to be exciting for interactions when you are here.
Yes.
But apart from, if I would just quickly ask, what would be top 3 things in your mind that you would, which you would like to source, or you think are possible, or are required urgently in your scheme of things?
Cold chain pharma area and logistics, cold chain logistics. A big requirement for technical training, technical schools in Sri Lanka. Of course, agri-based production facilities and solar-powered. Our tariffs are very high, electricity tariffs. So solar-powered cold room facilities will be also good. You said 3. I think I told you 4. Did I?
So I think I would like to say all our exhibitors and people who are listening, and obviously I will be inviting Mr. Perera for all on your behalf. I think very important, technician skill force is certainly something even in India we are struggling with, and I think it's a common problem and that we need to address as partners countries. Again, also looking for quality equipment and components. I think we are very, very excited to say that we have almost 100 plus exhibitors here. So you might find something that you are looking for, and if not, maybe it will give you an inspiration as to find the right partners for you. But that's really exciting. I would like to know, sir, I've also extended an invitation to you, but are you planning to visit REFCOLD 25 this year in New Delhi?
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much for the invitation. Yes, I will be visiting, as well as my son, who is a board member of the company, and also some sales staffs and engineering staffs will be visiting the exhibition.
Oh, that's really exciting, sir. That's really exciting to have all these people, and I think we will be very excited to host you and your team here. Just before I conclude and I take part and leave with you because I know your time is precious. What would be your closing advice to our budding new engineers and new entrepreneurs, because you worked 30 years in this line? What would be your parting line to say on this cold chain refrigeration as an industry?
After sales.
Come again, sir?
After sales.
After sales. Oh, yeah. After sales, yes.
This is what most of the engineers forget after doing the main project, installation, commissioning. After sales service is forgotten most of the guys. So that's very important for the refrigeration industry.
Yeah, and for people who have not had the opportunity to meet Mr. Perera and visit his factory, I must tell you he has an enormous capability in servicing. And I know during the COVID period and post-COVID period and pre-COVID period, its service and the level of service that they provide is simply inspirational. And I think what you said, sir, is really makes a lot of sense, because sales is just 25% part of the process. Delivering the right temperatures is probably the next 25% of the process. But I think after sales service, because produce that we store is perishable and life-saving, so I think it's very, very well said. Very, very well said, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And with that, I take part, and looking forward to seeing you and welcoming you in India at REFCOLD 25.
See you then. Thank you very much, Mr. Gupta. Thank you very much for having me.